Trump, alligators and a $50 million prize, LIV Golf's first season reaches finale. Controversial series is concluding at the Blue Monster at Doral, with players insisting they are happy to have left the PGA Tour. By the time Team Trump reached the 10th tee, the acolytes were waiting in line. "That swing looks like another 4 years," bellowed one as Donald carried the water with a decent drive. "You think Biden could do that?" asked the 45th President of the United States. "That swing looks like another 4 years." Neither could Eric Trump, who topped his shot into an alligator-infested pond. The war on drugs blared out in the background. Secret Service agents patrolled the fairways. "We really are experiencing the wildest and weirdest of golfing times." It is poetic that this $50 million finale to LIV Golf's maiden season is taking place at the Trump-owned Blue Monster at Doral. Many believe Saudi Arabia has created one with this ostentatious scheme, which finds itself in direct and frequently vicious conflict with golf's traditional ecosystem. The Doral Open was a PGA Tour event between 1962 and 2006, when Tiger Woods won the second of back-to-back titles. Woods prevailed again in 2007 in what had been rebranded as a World Golf Championship, the series of events created in part to stave off a Greg Norman-led challenge to the status quo. Norman, now front and center of all things LIV, must chuckle at the coincidence of it all. Gone are the WGC-branded hats in the pro shop. In their place, Make America Great Again caps are $36 a pop. The final staging of the WGC Cadillac Championship came in 2016, with a switch to Mexico City prompting a furious reaction from Trump. "I hope they have kidnapping insurance," he said. "Some believe LIV has stolen this sport's heart. What is undeniable is that this body has shaken golf to its very foundations." The assistance of $2 billion from Saudi's public investment fund naturally helps with that, but the sight of major champions carrying out media duties here in the past few days endorsed the sense that LIV has proven a lot of skeptics wrong. Trump played with two of those marquee names, Brooks Koepka and Sergio Garcia, over successive nines on Thursday. "It was fun, I enjoyed it," said Koepka. "It was fun, I enjoyed it." Professional golfers in the United States typically lean to the right, it should be noted. Koepka had played his 9-hole stretch in 6 under par, which served as a reminder that not every LIV golfer is bound for the knacker's yard. It is clear the contingent in southern Florida have grown tired of questions about the morality of them accepting Saudi riches, feuds between tours and broken relationships. "I don't have a problem," said Garcia when asked whether friendships had been broken beyond repair by LIV's emergence. "I don't have a problem." This marks Tournament 8 of LIV's controversial existence. Others, staged between London and Bangkok, have drawn intrigue without anybody outside hardened golf fans seeming particularly aware about winners or losers. A key problem for LIV is that it remains without a main broadcast deal, which limits its visibility. The continuing failure to receive acceptance from the official World Golf Rankings is another fundamental barrier to progress, albeit LIV could argue with a degree of legitimacy that it has fallen victim to bruised egos on existing tours. Adriano Taggi, earlier a peripheral figure on LIV, won the DP World Tour's Andalusia Masters and was promptly hauled back into the breakaway tent, having become a useful commodity. It is the most fierce of power struggles. Trump, who was embarrassed by the WGC switch, is a willing participant. Norman continues to lurk in the shadows, which is intriguing given the scale of his LIV role. Analysis of this weekend's format, entirely based on teams, can trigger a sore head. LIV is not making golf simple again. Friday sees teams seeded from 5 to 12, the top 4 have received a bye, compete in both individual and foursome matches. The higher-ranked teams selected their opposition. With teams 1 to 4 joining Friday's winners on Saturday, 4 groups will progress to the team championship. Day 3 is of stroke play, with the lowest aggregate score marking the overall winners. For their troubles, a share of $16 million before LIV enters cold storage for the remainder of 2022. Phil Mickelson, a haunted figure for most of this year, finally looks at ease. Koepka, who has battled persistent injury issues, does not have the demeanor of a man harboring regrets. "I didn't really have expectations coming into this, I was just happy to see how it went," added the 4-time major winner. "I didn't really have expectations coming into this, I was just happy to see how it went." Koepka's sentiment will cause many to roll their eyes. There is skepticism over the extent to which LIV can grow into next year and beyond. An unmistakable truth, though, is that this has developed into sport's ultimate disruption plan. Trump's involvement merely adds to the sense of theater. "We have a small favor to ask. Millions are turning to The Guardian for open, independent, Quality news every day, and readers in 180 countries around the world now support us financially. We believe everyone deserves access to information that's grounded in science and truth, and analysis rooted in authority and integrity. That's why we made a different choice, to keep our reporting open for all readers, regardless of where they live or what they can afford to pay. This means more people can be better informed, united, and inspired to take meaningful action. In these perilous times, a truth-seeking global news organization like The Guardian is essential. We have no shareholders or billionaire owner, meaning our journalism is free from commercial and political influence. This makes us different. When it's never been more important, our independence allows us to fearlessly investigate, challenge and expose those in power.